It's Dyno Day at Dirt Lifestyle. We have already done a little bit of dyno numbers stuff. There's a separate video that is going to come out the exact same day as this one, where we're comparing a 40 versus a 33, how much power is lost. Now we have a baseline for how much power we can make with these 33-inch tall tires, and we are going to put a Snorkel on here and see how much horsepower you actually lose through a Snorkel. With a 40-inch tall tire, this truck barely fits on a dyno. For that reason, we're doing all of our testing from here on out with a 33. It's good because it gave us the ability to test from a 40 to a 33, which was interesting numbers, but now from here on through the rest of the testing, including our portal testing, everything is going to be tested on these 33-inch tall tires. Since we're planning on running a Snorkel, we already have everything piped. It's all ready to go. We're just going to do a loose fit into this piece of hose. Oh, I guess I should take these nuts off. Here we go. Our baseline with these wheels and tires with no Snorkel is 236.5 horsepower. So as you can see, our numbers actually went up, but in my personal opinion, if you're within like 5 horsepower from run to run, that's like within just it being the same. I bet that's pretty accurate. Let's do another one just to see.
Compare it,
and then let's do one with the top off.
Top off of it, yeah. I don't think it's.
I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, I'm here. I printed out the first one.
I was thinking we'd lose like 10 to 15 horse at like wide open throttle with the Snorkel, but just seeing this first number being 1 horsepower different is basically just it's the same. So we're going to do one more with it set up exactly the way it is. See if our numbers change at all, and then I want to do one with the Snorkel top off. All right, no Snorkel topper. Actually kept track that time. 6,200 RPM. We were in the red line a little bit, and by looking at all the dyno stuff online of these engines, ooh, made more power.
240, 231. There you go.
What do we at?
240, 231. Torque stays the same.
So just barely. I mean,
this is right from you when you first stepped on it.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah. So I would say if it's within 5 horse, it's probably all the same. It probably means it makes no difference.
Very minimal, yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Because I mean, our first pull with
moving,
no tube, like at all, it made less than this.
Yeah.
But only by, what was it, 137?
Yeah, it was 130,
so
136, 137.
we're within 3 horsepower of each other. I would argue that that's...
It's pretty, yeah.
It's the same. So I think that we can definitively say, at least in this setup, the Snorkel topper and the Snorkel do not change horsepower at all, which is great news.
Yeah.
Because we get the benefits of a Snorkel, but we don't lose anything, which I thought we were going to lose something. I thought for sure we'd lose.
I think you might gain a little bit with you actually physically moving. That way there's actually airflow. Yeah. So I think you probably...
It's going to always be drawing in cold air from outside.
But yeah, being moving too, it's going to force it. But it might be only like a couple horsepower. But so I mean, it helped the top end. Is what it really did. It's because it made your runner lengths longer. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you didn't lose any torque. So that's a good thing.
Oh yeah. So we're able to basically increase velocity of the air because the runner lengths are longer.
On their heel. So
I never thought a Snorkel would
it's
actually
like
increase horsepower, but it basically can.
Yeah, it's just like a cold air intake. A short ram will give you more torque, but you won't have top end.
Yeah.
And then you put a full cold air intake on there, you might lose a little bit bottom end just depending on the motor, all that, how it breathes, but you'll gain your top end. So it just shows you.
This is the opposite of what I thought was going to happen.
No.
I thought for sure we're going to be choking it down at least a little bit.
Yeah. So, but I was just surprised that it stayed the same with the topper on it.
Totally.
So on there. So.
But it sounds like with the topper we only had what, 2 horsepower difference or 3 or something?
Basically. 3.
Yeah, 3 horsepower difference.
Yeah.
I thought for sure we were going to lose horsepower through the Snorkel, but it turns out it makes basically no difference. Pretty exciting for those of us that want to run Snorkel. So I hope you enjoyed the video. On the next one, we're going to come back here. We're going to do a dyno poll with portals and see how much horsepower is lost through portals.